the security side. What made you?
How did I get there?
Yeah, you got to go there because that's really a great story.
Yeah,
It
no,
really is.
and you're right. It's one of those things that just happens, right? A lot of people start a business because they started with their dad's business or whatever, right? In my case, there was no, there was no ties to the security industry. What happened was I was living in a gated community, and as is the case, everybody invites you to be part of the board, and it's probably the worst decision I ever made. No, the reality is being an HOA board member is a tough job, but sitting on the board, looking at processes, looking at security, looking at everything related to HOAs, you start to see gaps. You start to see problems that you can solve. And coming from the corporate world, that was my job. I solve problems. I find new solutions. We come up with a better way to do it, right? So, of course, every board member, if any board member ever watches this, they're going to say yes. Every board member thinks they can do it better. And maybe they can, but it takes commitment. It takes time. So my view was, hey, our guard company, our guards in the gatehouse, they're writing stuff on paper. They're getting calls from homeowners left and right. They're getting bombarded by 10 different ways of texting and calls and people stopping at the gate telling them that they got a visitor. They let in the wrong people. They kept out the right people. They never got it right, right? Those guys are doing the best they can. And for the operators in your world, yeah, they're struggling to keep employees happy because it's a tough job. HOA security is not kick up your feet and watch a bunch of cameras as you control the corporate building it in the middle of the night. HOA security means you stand up on your feet all day long as every single car that's coming through, you have to greet them, log them, check them in. It's a lot of work.
Sure.
So there's 300% turnover in the guard business for HOAs. That's crazy. All right. Just like any corporate guy, I can make this better. There's got to be a way, right? And I did. I went out and looked. There's a system. There's something. Do some research, and you find all these systems out there, but they're all kind of either too expensive or they're too focused on the corporate kind of setting. They got badges and printers and all these other things that HOAs just don't need. And that's when I said, well, let me just create something easy for our guards. Let's start with an Excel database. Okay, great. Then you realize you actually need the residents to get involved too. They need access to their account. So they want to keep their list current. So you got to give them access. Okay, you give them access to some Google Doc, but then everybody has access to the same info. That's not good. So then you start to see the evolution coming. All right, let's create something where they can log into their own account and they can just put their visitors on. People want it on an app. Okay, let's create an app to allow them to access their same information. Well, the guards need this, and the power goes out, and the computer's dead in the water. So what do you do? How do you fix that problem, right? It's a constant evolution of fixing problems so that it gets better and better. Okay, put the software for the guards on a tablet.